What was the worst compliment you've ever received? This was accompanied by lifting my chin and looking deeply into my eyes, but we know it's what's inside that counts. You're so polite and respectable, not like the black people I see on the train. You should feel proud. Both from coworkers. Coworkers. I'm from Tennessee and people seem to believe that we don't even have schools down here. I have a PhD, my wife is a surgeon, our kids go to an academic magnet school, but anytime we travel anywhere and people hear my accent, wife is originally from Michigan and doesn't have one, and the kids don't have a strong southern dialect, we are seemingly downgraded to hillbillies. Our kids are POC and get it from the race angle as well. People are less overt about that though. They are instead told how surprisingly articulate they are and how they aren't like the others. People genuinely seem to believe they are compliments. Edit, POC means people of color. My kids are multiracial, so it's easier just to use POC. My mom's fiance moved to Kentucky from Philly. When he told them he bought a house down there for $60,000, they all laughed at him and asked if the place had floors or plumbing. They also asked if he was going to start going shoeless, wearing shirtless overalls and a straw hat, and if he was going to have a barn burner as a housewarming party. When he sent pictures of the home, they were all shocked that the home was better than some of their homes up there. There are a lot of misconceptions about people from the South. South in quotations because, technically, KY wasn't considered part of the South. Not directly to me, but I was in Vegas with my girlfriend, now wife, and we went out to the club one night. Of course, being Vegas and a club, she was dressed half sexy / half trampy, and we were spending the whole night drinking, dancing, and overtly flirting. Well, a few hours into the night I went to the bar to get us another round of drinks, and a guy came up and asked me how much I had paid for her. Not as an insult or a joke, he had just looked at my wife and I and decided there was no way she was anything but a prostitute. He was genuinely just curious how much she cost. I definitely married up in the looks department. When I was 5 years old, I was in a car accident that involved my face and the dashboard, and had a bunch of surgeries to fix it, and honestly, you'd never know it happened to me if you saw me. But anytime as a kid when my family would run into acquaintances, they would always say something to my family along the lines of, "Is this the one that was in the accident? She looks great considering all she went through." I had a baby 3 months ago and haven't lost the weight. Grandma recently commented on a pic of me on FB holding the baby, unprompted, "Don't worry, I love you no matter what size you are." Weight was mentioned nowhere else in the post. Grandmothers are brutal. I got a birthday card from mine a few years ago, before I started dating at the young age of 24, that said, "I hope you find a nice girl soon." Or man. Jesus, Granny, just because I can't get laid doesn't mean I've switched teams. We grandmothers are living in a changing world. At one time, you never even considered that family members might be on a different team, so yours had just caught herself and tried to fix it just in case, you know. I have to side with her. I was talking to a great niece who had evidently been out with boys according to her Facebook posts, so I asked her if she had a boyfriend, to which she replied she had a girlfriend. Okay. Fine. And, it seems she's bi because she's had a male sweetheart again too. I don't really care. We are just trying to connect and make conversation. Early on at my job in the quarterly review I was told I was doing well, but I was utterly replaceable. 18 years later I'm still there and wish they would utterly hurry up and replace me already. That I look like a young Sigourney Weaver. First off, I like her. This isn't a diss on her, her looks, or career. I just look nothing freaking like her. It was the weirdest compliment I ever got, from a guy I was on a date with. I asked my husband once if he thought I looked anything like her at all, and he thought I was crazy. He said absolutely not. Lol, so yeah, weird.